Being able to honestly assess your own work and beating yourself up are two completely different things. This is a topic I've touched on before, but maybe not with the same emphasis I'm going to use today. I continue to get comments where people say they can't be free to draw because they are their own worst critic. And my initial reaction is, yeah, you probably are your own worst critic, because really I think we all are. And if you are your own worst critic, that's wonderful, because here's the thing about that. You can decide just how that critic, you, chooses to respond to your art. See, criticism isn't the problem. It's important, in fact, that we can be critical about our work. But being critical doesn't mean we're being unkind to ourselves. At least it shouldn't. Being able to honestly assess your own work and beating yourself up are two completely different things. Next time you create art that isn't up to your standards, instead of saying, "What a horrible, disgusting piece of trash I've created, you should never try to make art again," you can say, "Yeah, that's not what I was going for, so I will continue practicing this and maybe work on that a little more. I will try to be more aware of the other thing," etc. But maybe you think you can't do that. Maybe you feel like too much of a perfectionist to allow yourself to be less than, well, perfect. But the thing about that is, it doesn't exist, at least not in this world. Perfect doesn't really factor into what makes good art. It doesn't need to. Art is never great because it's perfect. It's great because it resonates with us, it conveys emotions, it tells a story. There's really a whole host of things that factor into the artwork we call great, but being perfect is not one of those things. So the problem isn't that you aren't perfect. The problem is you mistakenly believe that you need to be perfect. The reason I can continue to make art and even share it online is not because I'm so confident and not because I think it's great by any means. In fact, as time goes by, I realize more and more just how not great most of my art is, and I'm really okay with that. I don't know if it comes with age or what. I do think it can be difficult the younger you are to feel okay about making art that you think isn't very good. But here's the secret. Making bad art, or what you think is bad, is an essential part of the whole process. It's not an indication of failure. It's an indication of success and progress. Knowing that self-critique is a normal and necessary part of the process is what allows me to embrace all of my art, good or bad, without being too hard on myself, even if I really don't like something. A person can't consistently make the art that they want to make without first making a lot of art they really don't like. That's just how it works. You're not going to run a marathon without training first. You're not going to be a doctor without lots of schooling. And you're not going to be a great artist without a lot of practice. Picking up a pencil for the first, second, or 100th time and expecting to crank out a masterpiece is not only unrealistic, but also kind of an insult to anyone who is cranking out masterpieces, because I guarantee you they have invested many hours, months, and years in getting to that point. And even then, when you do improve your skills and feel like you can make the art you want to make, there will still be times when you create something that isn't what you want. Some of the most famous and prolific artists still doubt themselves every day, but they continue to do the work. Drawing something you feel isn't that good or doesn't look right isn't something to fear or be ashamed of, but to really embrace. It's just a reality. So instead of fearing your inner critic, appreciate them and work with them, because if anything, they are there to help you.